Hi friends, in today's video I'm going to talk about an important topic, which is how many questions you need to attempt to crack the UPSC Prelims paper. I have seen numerous aspirants failing to crack the UPSC Prelims cutoff just because they did not decide wisely how many questions they need to attempt inside the exam hall. So today I'm going to analyze the cutoffs of the last 5 to 6 years, and we are going to see how should we decide that how many questions, if we attempt inside the exam hall, we can be assured that we will clear the cutoff. Hi, I'm Santosh Pandey. I have cracked the UPSC Prelims examination all 6 times with one of the highest marks ever scored by the UPSC aspirant. And whatever I'm going to talk today is out of my experience, because when I started preparing for the UPSC examination in 2011, I was also confused that how many questions I need to attempt inside the exam hall so that I clear the cutoff. But with the passing years and gaining experience, I developed the expertise in deciding that what should be the ideal attempt of UPSC aspirant in the prelims examination. So let us see. So what I will do first is that I will take you to the basically the cutoffs of the UPSC Prelims examination. So these are the cutoffs of the UPSC Prelims examination. Here I would like to tell you that in 2011 till 2014 there was a CSAT paper also. So cutoff was decided on basically the cumulative score of the paper 1 and paper 2. So we will not go into that. We will take cutoff from 2015 onward. If you see the cutoff of 2015 onwards, the cutoff was 107, then it was 116, then it was 105, then it was 98, somewhere around 98. I might not be very exact, but it is somewhere around that. Then it was 98 in 2019, then it was 92 in 2020, and in 2021 also it was somewhere around 91, 92. It was somewhere around 91, 92. So what we see a secular trend. We see a secular trend of dropping cutoff. We are seeing a secular trend of dropping cutoff. That cutoff is dropping somewhere around to 92 to 95 marks. This is a cutoff secular trend, but we cannot say that this year also cutoff is going to be 92 or 95. It can go up to 116 also. But we can easily decipher something. I must tell you few things we can easily infer. What are those things? I'll tell you my experience here. You see, I have done that I have listed my scores also in the GS paper 1. In GS paper 1, I have listed my score also in all the 6 attempts, in all my 6 attempts. And I must tell you that scoring more than 100 marks in the UPSC GS 1 paper has always been very difficult. From my very first attempt when CSAT was there in 2011 till the last attempt 2017, scoring 100 is not very easy. You see, 2017 was my last attempt. There also GS paper 1 cutoff was somewhere around 105 only. So scoring 100 is a challenge. Because I told you, 90% of the successful aspirant who crack the UPSC Prelims examination every year, they score not more than plus 5 marks than the UPSC cutoff. Not more than plus 5 marks. I can challenge you. You can go and see the data. You can file the RTI. You will see the data. 90%. So what I am trying to tell here is that from my very first attempt, I have seen that scoring 100 is a very good score. Although there was a CSAT, but then also scoring 100 was a good score. I have never seen aspirants who were preparing along with me. There are many people who got very high ranks. They also used to score somewhere around 100, 110, 105, 115, maximum 115. And I also have scored more than 115, 120 only in my later attempts. You can see my scores in the later attempts jump to 145, 150, in my later attempts. But in the initial attempts, even I was also scoring somewhere around 100, 110. That was the score. So what we can see here is we can divide the UPSC paper. On into 4 types. What are these 4 types? We can divide the UPSC paper on the basis of difficulty level. Very high difficult paper, then high difficult paper, then easy paper, and then very easy paper. Okay, like for example, in the year 2016, if you see in the year 2016, the cutoff went to 116, which is one of the highest cutoff ever in the UPSC prelims examination. So we can easily assume that it is a very easy paper. Okay, very easy paper, and I scored 145 marks that year. Okay, then you see a very tough paper. Last year paper was very tough. 2020 paper was also 2021 paper was also very tough. 20 paper. Okay, so you see, we can say that very tough paper, very high difficulty level. Okay, cutoff was somewhere around 92 marks. So what we can safely assume that cutoff will be somewhere around 90, 92 in a very tough paper, and 115 to 118 in a very easy paper, because I can assure you, you will not get an easy paper than 2016. Okay, because many questions were directly from the current affairs. Okay, so if you have read the current affairs properly, you would have scored very high that year. Okay, so you see here, the cutoff will never go beyond that. So two things we need to understand. Okay, that cutoff level basically is decided by the difficulty level. Okay, cutoff level is basically decided by the difficulty level. This thing we must be clear in our mind. If the paper is difficult, then cutoff will dip. If the paper is easy, cutoff will jump. Okay, so accordingly we have to decide how many questions we need to attempt. Okay, so if you see the number of attempts in the UPSC prelims paper which can help us to crack the prelims cutoff, okay, is decided by the difficulty level and our accuracy level. How many of you accept this? That the number of questions which we need to attempt inside the exam hall will be decided by the difficulty level of the paper and our accuracy level. Okay, how many of you know your accuracy level in the mocks which you are attempting, or in the previous year attempts of the UPSC paper if you have attempted it? Okay, please write your accuracy level in the comment box. I would like to know about you. I would like to know about your accuracy level. Okay, and also tell me what was the difficulty level of that paper. Okay, so I'll tell you my assessment. Because I have a fair experience, okay, of the UPSC exam because of my 6 attempts. So I can safely tell you few things. Few observations I'll tell you. In a tough paper, it is very difficult to have accuracy level more than 70%. In a UPSC tough paper. Tough paper means 2021 paper, 2020 paper. It is very difficult to have an accuracy rate more than 70%. Very difficult. I must tell you, very difficult. Okay, and whatever I'm saying is, I'm saying for the average people. I'm not saying. So in a difficult paper, it is very difficult for you to score more than 70% accuracy rate. Okay, I will tell you, generally if I have observed that accuracy rate is somewhere around 65 to 68% in a difficult paper. So you must have observed, okay, there are many mentors. Now in today's days, okay, anyone through a YouTube channel can become a mentor. Okay, so there are many mentors. They will tell you, okay, that cutoff is only 92 marks or 90 marks. So why you have to attempt 85, 88, 89? Why don't you just attempt 70 marks and you crack the UPSC prelims? Okay, just I will tell you, if your accuracy rate is 65 to 68%, okay, just you see here, if the accuracy rate is 65%. Okay, even if you attempt 85, okay, you will be 55 correct and 30 incorrect. You will be scoring just 90 marks. You see, you will be scoring just 90 marks. Okay, just imagine if your accuracy rate is 65%. Okay, in a difficult paper, I'm telling you, accuracy rate, if you have been writing mock tests, okay, particularly if you have been taking mock test on an online platform. Okay, you can then you must have observed that in a difficult paper your accuracy rate will be somewhere around 65 to 68. If you have observed this, please say yes in the comment box. I would like to know from you. Okay, so what we can infer here? We can infer here one interesting thing, that okay, in a difficult paper where our accuracy rate dips, okay, from 65 to around 68%, okay, if we attempt less than 85, if we attempt less than 85, it will be very difficult for us to clear the cutoff, because this will keep on falling, in a difficult level, in a very difficult paper. Okay, on the other hand, one more thing. Okay, if you attempt more also, okay, then also you will not be able to basically get a very high score, because again this accuracy rate will keep on falling. So suppose you attempt 95, what will happen? You will try to attempt those questions where you are not comfortable, okay, and your accuracy rate will dip. Okay, it can go to 60% also. Okay, it can go to 60% also. So please be very sure that, okay, how many you need to attempt. Okay, you have to first judge the paper. And how to judge the paper? How to know that the paper is difficult? Okay, I'll give you one idea. How to know the paper is difficult. The paper is difficult, we can easily judge from one thing, okay, and that is, you see the polity question, you see the economy question, you see the modern history question, you see the environment question. Okay, these are the traditional parts of the syllabus, and if you are facing difficulty in the polity part, if you are facing difficulty in the economy part, or if you are facing difficulty in the modern history part, which is the freedom struggle part, or if you are facing difficulty in the environment part, then the paper is difficult, you can safely assume. See, if you analyze what has happened from 2017, 2018, okay, 2019, okay, 2020 and 2021, okay, what has happened? The cutoffs are falling steeply. You see 105, then 98, then again 97, then now 92. What has led to this steep fall in the cutoff? It is not the polity, it is not the economy, okay. But you see, in the modern history, they are trying to put those topics which you have not read in the traditional books like Spectrum or NCERT. There are 3-4 questions every year in the history part. Okay, there are 3-4. So if in the modern part also, you are getting some unexpected questions which you have not read, even if you have read like 3-4 times the Spectrum, but you have not come across that topic, and that topic has been asked in the exam, then you can safely assume that the paper is tough. Again, you see the type of environment questions in the previous 2-3 years. These are not like easily available in the study materials. They are going very deep into conventions and the current affairs, very deep. It is not available in any coaching materials also, okay, other than the OPTIMIZEIAS. Okay, so I was telling the point what I want to make is that how to decide the paper is tough. You can safely decide here the paper is tough if any of these traditional areas you are seeing unconventional question which you have not read in traditional books, or if you have not read in the current affairs. This clearly shows that the paper is tough. The cutoff is going to reduce somewhere around 90 to 95 marks. Okay, this is a very easy way to judge, because you cannot judge in other parts like science part. You cannot judge because it might be tough for you, but it might be easy for someone else. Okay, so that is an exception. Okay, these are the 4 areas which everyone prepares it properly. Okay, and like polity Lakshmikant, economy Shankar Ganesh, or any other book, everyone prepares modern Spectrum and environment Shankar IS book. Okay, every UPSC aspirant prepares these standard sources, and every UPSC aspirant follows one current affairs magazine throughout the year, and obviously 70 to 80% of the content in all the magazines are the same because they are made from the same Hindu newspaper or Indian Express newspaper. Okay, so if you are facing trouble in these 4 parts, you can safely assume that the paper is tough. When the paper is tough, you can safely assume that cutoff will go somewhere around 90 to 92, 93 marks, and there what will be your accuracy rate? If my accuracy rate is even 65% also, I will touch 90. Just barely I will touch 90. So I'm not advising. First of all, this video is not about advising you attempt 90 or you attempt 95. It's not about that. I just want to put in front of you. Okay, whatever I have analyzed, whatever I have experienced, I just want to put before you, and then you can decide on the basis of this discussion. You can decide on this basis of discussion what is the right strategy for you. On the other hand, if you see the paper is very easy, so we have done very tough analysis. Now you see very easy paper. Very easy paper, you know, the accuracy rate can go up to 75%, 80%. I'll tell you in my case, I'll just show you this. In my case, just you see 145 marks. To score 145 marks, okay, how many questions do I need to attempt and what should be my accuracy rate? Can anyone guess? Please do the calculation. Please do the calculation in the comment box and please give me the reply. Okay, I'm telling you my accuracy rate was around 85%. 85%. I attempted around 95 questions. Around 95 questions. My accuracy rate was around 85%. Here also you see this year 139. My accuracy was again 80%. Okay, and my attempt was again 93, 94. Okay. My point is that to get accuracy rate of 80 plus, okay, is impossible. I'm telling you. I hope how many of you have seen such kind of scorecards. It is not common. It is not common to score such high marks. So I'm telling you from my own experience also, to get accuracy rate of 80 plus is really very tough. Really very tough. Generally does not happen. Okay. So what I was trying to tell you is that just like let us come back. So in a very easy paper also, cut off, your accuracy rate will not cross 80, will be somewhere around 70 to 75%, because the nature of exam is such. It is not a mathematics that you A plus B is equal to C. It is not a mathematics, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. No, it is where the knowledge is like a lot of factual knowledge is also involved. Okay, the social science. Okay, so you cannot be very assured that okay, this is the correct answer only. You cannot be. Okay, you cannot be. So you cannot say that my accuracy rate will be 100% or 90% or 85%. No, generally it is maximum. It can go to 75%. Maximum. I'm talking about average students. Maximum it will go to 75%. Just to imagine when your accuracy rate is 75%. Okay, 75%. Then you need to attempt 95, okay, to score 130 marks. Okay, but obviously cutoff is not going to be 130, so safely you can attempt till 90 also. 90 also if you attempt, and if your accuracy rate is 75%, you will be easily able to clear the cutoff. So in an easy paper, also you should attempt more than 90, and in a tough paper also, because the accuracy rate has fallen, your accuracy rate will also fall. Okay, I know some toppers. Okay, they have cracked the cutoff by just 0.33 marks only. 0.33 marks. Just imagine one question here, they would have written the next attempt, but they topped the examination. Okay, why? The reason was they attempted very less. It was their first attempt, it was their second attempt, and they attempted very less, and somehow they managed to crack the cutoff. Okay, so if your attempt is very low, what we can conclude from this this discussion, that if your attempt is very low, then also you are not going to clear the exam. If your attempt is very high and your accuracy rate dips, then also you are not going to clear cutoff. So what is the golden spot? Okay, what is the golden spot? The golden spot is that in any kind of paper, whether it is tough paper or easy paper, first of all, your accuracy rate should not fall below 65%. That is the thumb rule. Okay, and ideally you should attempt around 85 to clear the cutoff in any kind of paper. If your attempt is around 85 and your accuracy rate is above 65%, okay, you can safely clear the cutoff. Okay, so don't fall in the trap that if I just attempt 70 questions or 73 questions or 74 questions, I'll be able to clear the cutoff. I must say it is very difficult. I'm not saying it is impossible, because there might be some exceptions. We are not here to talk about exceptions. We are here to talk about trend. We are here to analyze, and we are here to suggest you what works for most of the candidates. Okay, most of the candidates. So because we are average people and we have to we have to follow a scientific method. Okay, once we follow the scientific method, we will be easily cracking this exam. Because see, many say UPSC, many say that it's an unpredictable exam, but I tell you from my experience, UPSC prelims exam is the most predictable if your approach is right, if your strategy is right. Okay, if it was not predictable exam, then how can someone crack it 6 times? How can someone crack all the 6 times? How can someone get such a high score of like 145, 146, okay, out of 200 marks? How can someone score? And not just once, you see, multiple times I have scored. So UPSC exam is a predictable exam, UPSC exam is a doable exam, but your strategy should be right. Your approach should be right. Your strategy of the test taking should be right. And you see, like number of questions and all that, you need to practice in the next 10 days. Okay, 10 days are still remaining. Okay, practice sufficient number of mocks. Okay, and I have a surprise here that, okay, I have made some 7 full length tests and some 7 sectional tests, most important questions. So polity 100 most important question, economy 100 most important questions, geography 100 most important questions, environment 100 most important questions, science and tech most important questions, and 7 full length tests where you can apply these 7 full length tests. You can apply this and you can learn. And all these tests I have only framed questions on the important topics which I have analyzed and which will be coming inside the exam hall. So don't miss those questions. Best of luck, guys. I hope everyone clears the UPSC prelims exam. Thank you. Bye bye. Please subscribe to the channel and please hit the like button.